Alright, first I want to thank everybody for tuning in. We are in the finals of this Team EVA tournament. The finals are going to be between Rockshell and RobotTROLL.
Yep, and on the left-hand side of the map here, we have RobotTROLL playing the yellow Zerg, and on the right-hand side of the map, we have Rockshell as the green Protoss. Both players have shown some excellent play, both in macro and micro. RobotTROLL having that game against anXietyStarcraft, the first game of his series, which managed to go a near 50 minutes. It was an incredible match, quite a war arbitration there. And actually, anXietyStarcraft pulled that one out first, but RobotTROLL able to battle back. And of course, you just watched Rockshell fighting Chimera in the best-of-3 series, managing to pull it out 2-1. So it looks like we'll be shaping up for a great finals match here.
Yep, RobotTROLL was able to take a nice little rest because Rockshell did come straight from another game. So mentally, we'll see how he's doing, if he's still up to do some amazing micro. And in the last games, we have seen him do really great micro with all of his units. And we'll see how he applies that to a PvZ situation.
Yep, so go ahead.
I was going to say, RobotTROLL so far every game has favored a hatch first into spawn. This game, it looks like he's actually going to be trying something a little different.
Yep, and he managed to pull that extract trick as well, so of course getting that extra drone, which is always nice as Zerg, very, very easy to do. And that spawning pool just about to finish up, so looking to see maybe some early Zergling aggression here. Gateway coming down as well as an assimilator for Rockshell.
Alright, this is my prediction. I'm thinking it's gonna be a roach rush.
Roach rush, alright. We actually haven't seen too many of that. I mean, the roaches that we saw in his match against anXietyStarcraft were the first in quite a while, and they certainly were an integral part of his fighting. But alright, well, so you're going with the roach rush this time, because last time you called it, but it didn't last long enough to see what was going to happen. So.
Well, I actually have to retract it because there are now 6 lings out on the field, and that's 150 minerals. And that would actually be the cost of him dropping the Roach Warren right now, so...
Yep. It's alright. It's worth a shot. We see Metabolic Boost going down, so of course Ling Speed on the way. Queen just about to finish. Let's get those extra larvae out. Cybernetics Core 10 seconds away from completing, and the Zealot almost on his way out as well.
Lings are coming in. There's no Zealot out yet, so they actually run in. They're going to go straight for this pylon. If he can pick this off, all he has to do is take care of that one Zealot and then clean up the probes. He's not going to be able to because all the probes got pulled off.
He's losing all those Zerglings that he sent in there. Actually, still got 3 left, though, so he should be able to kite around a little bit.
Yeah, the Lings did get trapped, but he did have to pull off all of his probes to do so. That's a little delay in mining.
And right now, actually, RobotTROLL's Overlord is just about to make the base, so he's going to be able to spot pretty much everything that's going on for Rockshell. Metabolic Boost about halfway down and a sentry on its way out. We see a second gateway on its way down, and during this whole time, RobotTROLL's been producing a lot more Zerglings, so actually 12 on the field for him right now, and you can see they're sort of staggering their way into the base there. Just as that sentry comes out to block, he gets the force field down to keep those 2 Zerglings out, and he'll be picking them off. No problem.
Definitely the timing Rockshell needed. If he would not have got that sentry instead, maybe would have went for a stalker. You know, there's a lot of Lings on the field now. RobotTROLL was definitely willing to commit to this if he was able to get in.
Yeah, and Metabolic Boost just finishing up now, so it looks like he might try and pick off that Zealot if he can get him to move away, but Rockshell, of course, knows better. He's going to park him right at that gap. So yeah, we're seeing 20 Zerglings on the field right now, so he's, so we see RobotTROLL, he's 19 now, one got taken out, might be losing another. That probe, of course, not making it back to the base, he's just throwing those Zerglings at that Zealot, just hoping to make his way through. Eventually, that Zealot's going to have to go down, but 2 sentries on the field, so he pulls back his Zerglings.
Yep, he's going to be able to wall this off really well. RobotTROLL has to be careful. He's going to send a couple at a time. He wants to try to force him to use that force field, use up his energy.
Yep, Warp Gate just finished for Rockshell, so now he's going to be able to warp in units even more quickly, which of course make his job much, much easier. Yep, the extra larva RobotTROLL got, he did spawn in a lot more drones, so at this point he's just trying to catch back up on his macro.
You know, the timings for Rockshell have been perfect. He got that sentry to force field right when he needed him. The moment his warp gate got done, he dropped the force field so the Lings couldn't escape, made more range units, and cleaned it up, no problem.
Right, we finally see a Roach Warren going down for RobotTROLL here, and there's a Nexus going down for Rockshell, so he's getting his expansion out after defending against that early Zergling push. RobotTROLL right now keeping that Overlord and trying to get him out of his base. but
you know,
I think
as soon as he
Rockshell will be
picks
taking
off that Overlord, RobotTROLL is going to be supply blocked. Yep, there it is. He is now supply blocked. 24 to 18.
He does have one Overlord that is just about to finish, but it's still only 2 extra supply, so certainly going to be very close until he can get some more out. And you also see a couple of Spine Crawlers just about to finish there for RobotTROLL.
Forge is on the way for Rockshell. He's dropping 2 more gateways, so he'll be at 5 gates. The expansion is on the way. There's no expansion yet from RobotTROLL. Instead, he opted for this Roach Warren. He's going to try to have to recover economically because he invested quite a bit of minerals into that Ling push. And right now, Rockshell has to know from, I'm sure from all the experience of playing online, that's a lot of Lings, there's a lot of minerals invested, and he can sit comfortably back, force field any sort of push, and get this expansion up and running.
Absolutely, and Rockshell just finished up a Twilight Council. He's actually got a Dark Shrine on the way. RobotTROLL is now starting his hatchery, so he's getting his expansion down. But at this point in time, only 2 Zerglings on the field for RobotTROLL and 6 sentries on the field for Rockshell. So, frankly, even at this point, those 2 Spine Crawlers may be able to hold defense, but Rockshell is certainly looking to be in a good position. And if he can get those Dark Templar out relatively soon, get some harassment before RobotTROLL knows what's hitting him, it'll be a huge advantage in his favor. And also, Ground Weapons 1 coming out as well for Rockshell.
You know, have we seen a PvZ yet where the Protoss player did not drop Dark Shrine?
No, actually, which has been kind of nice.
You know, I mean, like I said, I'm not a Protoss player, so I can't tell you every Protoss strategy, but, you know, I personally don't see that very often in a verse search situation.
Yeah, well, certainly, obviously, in the original Starcraft, you know, it made a lot less sense because it was much easier for them to get the sight on them. But certainly hoping that RobotTROLL can't catch up with it and won't be building any overseers anytime soon. Right now, seeing an Evo chamber going down and another hatchery, so actually a second expansion on the way for RobotTROLL right now.
You know, we'll be definitely seeing some Dark Templars moving into the base. In fact, there are 3 here on their way. And you know, when it comes to the original, let's be honest, the main reason for building Dark Templars is because they were so freaking cool.
Of course. Oh, absolutely. And really, I mean, if only they were much easier to build. You want to build them all the time, but of course, that is the idea of the Protoss. You're not massing as many units, you have to be using the right units at the right time.
These Dark Templar are going to pick off this 3rd of RobotTROLL. I don't like that, really. You know, that first moment you get to use Dark Templar, you get to decide when the player knows that you have them.
Yeah, and at this point you can see actually 2 Spore Crawlers on the way for RobotTROLL, so of course he is very much aware that there are, and actually one going right next to his expansion, so at this point it's just about to finish. That Dark Templar, if he sticks around, is going to be in trouble. Blink on the way right now for Rockshell, and a Baneling Nest just about to finish for RobotTROLL, so could see some Baneling play very, very soon. Be interesting to see what he tries to do with that.
Yeah, that Dark Templar did have to back off. That Spore is now moved to the center of the mineral line. I would have really liked to see him instead go straight for the natural, take out as much econ as he could, and then double back and take out the 3rd.
Yeah, definitely.
A couple pylon going down at the edge of the base there.
That Overlord just about to get sniped. I think Rockshell forgot he had it.
Yep, the Overlord did go down.
RobotTROLL, rather. Yep, Rockshell. Right now, if you're looking at the unit counts, Rockshell sitting on 9 Stalkers, 6 entries, and 3 DTs, and RobotTROLL right now sitting on 12 Roaches. So Rockshell's certainly going to be looking to take advantage of that as soon as he can, move those Stalkers out, and maybe try to get some help from the Dark Templar if possible.
We do see Blink just finishing for Rockshell. He has weapons 2 on the way. Well, the Zerg player is currently not at any upgrades. He just started Attack 1. But the Protoss player does have a significant lead upgrade-wise. And you know, the thing about this last patch is now the upgrades are cheaper for Protoss. I don't see why you wouldn't get them right away.
Yeah, of course, and it's clearly Rockshell is thinking the exact same way, just about to finish Protoss ground weapons too. So that Blink, of course, will be very, very crucial when dealing with the massive amount of roaches that RobotTROLL has been putting out. 17 roaches right now on the field.
We do have 4 more gateways going down and a 3rd base for Rockshell. Those 4 gates are going to wall off for any sort of lings or roaches to run through.
Yeah, Rockshell clearly taking a commanding lead right now. Actually, in incomes, he has quite a few more harvesters. The incomes are pretty close, but once that third base finishes, he'll be in quite the lead there, and sending his probes over to get ready for that. Right now, RobotTROLL just kind of sitting there, massing his army, and hoping he'll be able to take back an expansion soon. At this point, you can see Rockshell has left a Dark Templar where RobotTROLL had his second expansion, so he's certainly trying to prevent him from going back there.
Yeah, RobotTROLL was letting his money build up a little bit. He's finally starting. Looks like. Yeah, the layer is almost done. That's what I was looking for.
Yeah, the layer's just about to finish. He's got Rockshell's got an Immortal on the way, going from Protoss Ground Weapons 3. So he has just been pumping out those upgrades as soon as possible, and actually has an observer as well, so he's able to see everything that RobotTROLL is doing. Unfortunately, got to be careful with that observer. If it gets too close to the Spore Crawler, those queens will take it out.
And you know, right now, Rockshell has amazing map control. He has a proxy pylon over here at this bottom base. He has the third completely walled off. He has DTs at both Xel'Naga Towers and a DT sitting where the third would normally be for RobotTROLL. Right now, he can see everything. If RobotTROLL decides he wants to send a link to take the Xel'Naga Tower, the DTs will kill it in a matter of seconds.
Yeah, so right now it looks like Rockshell is really just waiting for the opportune moment to walk in and take out, and to do everything that he needs to be doing.
And it looks like that could be very, very soon, because RobotTROLL's moving his entire army up to deal with this one Dark Templar, and all he has to do is drop some really nice force fields and cut off his army. The force fields are going down and splitting the Zerg army. He flips the Stalkers back. He cuts off more of these roaches. A lot of the roaches are going down. RobotTROLL's gonna have to fall back. The Stalkers are coming in. There are way too many Stalkers, and there's GG from RobotTROLL, and the first game goes to Rockshell.